It's not a secret, but it may as well be. Alcohol. Any amount of alcohol can cause cancer.
Oh, I did not know that.
This is like the first time I'm hearing about it.
I didn't know that. Cancer's scary.
The truth is scary. Alcohol is a level 1 carcinogen, right up there with tobacco and asbestos. It's one of the top 3 causes of preventable cancer. So why aren't Canadians being warned about it?
There's a lot of misinformation out there. Bottom line is we're in the dark and the industry likes it that way.
Tim Stockwell is a scientist with the Canadian Institute for Substance Use Research at the University of Victoria. He wants people to know the truth.
We probably think alcohol's good for you in moderation, and the industry's been very strong at promoting that message.
Is there any safe amount of alcohol?
Well, nothing's completely safe. Even drinking 1 drink a day increases your risk of some cancers, including if you're a woman, breast cancer, but also cancers of the digestive system. And the risk increases with every drink you take.
Kathy Andrews had no idea that the wine she enjoyed most nights before she got pregnant was dangerous. The Vancouver resident ran into the truth after she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016.
Some of the risk factors for me was that I'd been through IVF with my child and then pregnancy, as well as a stressful lifestyle and drinking, not exercising enough. So all of those things I think played a role.
When you look back now, how much did you know about the risk alcohol carries?
Well, very little. I think there's a lot of mixed messages in the media about alcohol and how it actually can be quite good for you, especially for your heart. What I discovered was that there's quite a lot of research around the connection between alcohol and breast cancer.
And what did you think when you read that?
Why don't I know this?
Most Canadians don't know that their cocktail should come with a cancer warning, and drinking is so normalized, so celebrated, the truth is hard to swallow. Alcohol was linked to 7,000 new cancer cases in Canada in 2020 alone. And those studies that suggest drinking can be good for you, they've been debunked. Dr. Fawad Iqbal is a radiation oncologist at the Durham Regional Cancer Centre in Oshawa, Ontario.
I treat common cancers, treat lung cancer, breast cancer, and colorectal cancers. And I've never, ever had a lung cancer patient ask me, did smoking cause my cancer? Whereas breast cancer and colorectal cancer, pretty much most people don't know that alcohol causes cancer.
What do you think about that?
It's shocking, I guess I would say. Like, we have warning labels on everything I can think of. I bought my kids fishing rods this summer. Their fishing rods had warning labels that says, this fishing rod can cause cancer. Whereas, a level 1 carcinogen that is everywhere has no particular warnings on it. The CMA should advocate for explicit labeling of alcoholic beverages, warning of carcinogenic risk to the consumer.
Iqbal has drafted a proposal to the Canadian Medical Association and has reached out to Ontario's Liquor Board, provincial and federal health authorities, as well as to the Prime Minister.
Why is this so important to you?
I don't like when people are lied to, including myself. This toxin is there for everybody to consume, and nobody's warning you.
Why do you think it's not out there?
Money. It boils down to money.
What do you mean?
Alcohol is a $1.5 trillion a year industry. They'll lose money. That's a heavy lobby group, and money wins at the end of the day.
Money won in the Yukon in 2017. This is where the first study of alcohol cancer labels was tried but barely got tested. Less than a month after researchers put warning labels on alcohol spelling out the cancer risk, they came off under pressure from the alcohol industry.
There's examples of emails from the liquor industry.
Stockwell was one of the study leaders.
The information about cancer was alarmist and misleading.
He has the emails from industry representatives to the Yukon government, claiming the cancer labels were defamatory. The territory, he says, couldn't afford a costly legal battle, so the cancer warning labels were pulled.
Why was the cancer word so problematic, you think?
Well, I think because it's not a good image for their product. You don't need to be a marketing expert to say it's a no-no to say if you drink this, it might give you cancer.
The alcohol industry continues to evade questions about the cancer risk. We asked Beer Canada, Spirits Canada, and Wine Growers Canada whether they accept the link between alcohol and cancer and whether they believe they have a responsibility to inform consumers of that risk. All three focused their answers on the need to drink responsibly and in moderation. Spirits Canada also referred to the discredited research of the health benefits of drinking alcohol.
Alcohol causes cancer.
The truth may be inconvenient to industry, but awareness is slowly spreading. In Australia, a graphic public health campaign lays out the cancer risk. This one from the US is a stark warning to women about the risk of breast cancer. And just before the pandemic, British Columbia's Fraser Health Authority ran posters spelling out the cancer risks to everyone. And the Yukon study the industry tried to suppress? It's being cited by researchers around the world because it proves information does have an impact. Even though the cancer labels were taken off early, people remembered them and the other labels that stayed on. By the end of the study, alcohol sales dropped by 7%. Another key finding?
People were furious that this existential threat that is masquerading as something safe and glamorous and normal, and it's slowly killing people. Anyone who understands those facts would feel there's a moral obligation on the government to tell its citizens about these risks.
Several European countries are considering cancer warning labels on alcohol. We asked Health Canada if it plans to do the same. It says it continues to fund research into the best ways to inform Canadians of the various harms associated with alcohol use, and says updates to the current national low-risk drinking guidelines and standard drink information are coming.
And make an informed choice.
Andrew says there is no time to waste.
People do need to know, and I think it's a deterrent if you know.
Would it have changed anything for you?
Definitely, yes. I would have abstained or drank a whole lot less, a lot sooner. Now you got it.
She's grateful that she's recovering, but she wants people to know more than she did.
You can cut their lives short and take them away from the people that love them. People putting really dangerous stuff in their bodies, and they don't know. And it's not worth it. Yeah. It's not worth it.
Knowing the risks, she says, means knowing how much you're willing to risk too. Joanna Rumiliotis, CBC News, Vancouver.